Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. When was the last time when you, by chance, became a millionaire without doing anything? Anything. You just go to work or you don't go to work and you just become millionaire. Because somehow something happens in the world that makes you, your house or your car or I don't know, the chance makes you a millionaire. I almost guarantee you that never that happened. You had to do something really to act upon something to gain something in your life. Almost always. I guess that we didn't receive things just by, oh, what happened over there? What a coincidence. I'm a millionaire overnight. No. So I don't really believe in this kind of coincidences. I believe in actions that create opportunities. And then when the opportunities arise, I can go and grab it. But I have to be ready. I have to push some buttons. I have to position myself in a situation when something occurs, or I make it occur. That's the key word. I make it occur. I grab it and I became wealthy. Well, why did I start with this? I start with this because when you investigate a crime, there are at least two ways, minimum, not at least, yeah, at least minimum two ways to start the investigation, a criminal investigation. You start with two things which are basically falling under the same umbrella, which is Cui Bono, who benefited, and follow the money. All right. So usually, if something occurs, could be a interest, a financial interest, right? Or who would benefit in a way of a position or whatever benefit, not only financial, might have had if this happened. And this happened because a crime occurred. So these are the minimum two questions that you ask. And then you form hypotheses, alternate hypotheses, and you go from there and so on. So in this case, we have the war in Ukraine, unprovoked. You have the energy companies that make record profits. Lucky. Remember how I started this video? Lucky. All right? And then I go to the other one, Cui Bono. I don't consider that a crime, but it's kind of like a crime, you know what I mean? And these guys are, well, we report record earnings, profits, not earnings, profits. Earning is one thing and a profit is a different thing, because earning is this, and then when you earn this and then you have to pay, you can be below, so you don't actually have no profit, any profit. So you work in deficit. They work in profit after the earning and paying all that BS. So let's see how much our companies luckily. So this comes from luckily got to this point. Business Insider today, February 12, 2023. ExxonMobil or Mobile, Shell lead big oil's eye-watering, emotional, I guess. I had to do it. Eye-watering, yes. Eye-watering 221 billion profit. $221 billion profit binge that Biden has slammed as outrageous. Yeah, okay. Let's forget about what Biden supposedly said and motives, which are not, I think. But anyway, how much you got from those guys? Nothing? And if you don't, you will get in the next one. Come on, man. Come on, man. Where was Hunter Biden working, in what kind of industry in Ukraine, in Burisma? Do you guys remember? So Hunter Biden was on the board of directors of Burisma, Ukrainian company, and he was receiving how much a month? How much was he receiving? $60,000 a month or something, without even be doing anything or something like that? And Burisma, it was what? Oil and gas? Because Mr. Hunter had expertise. He got a degree. He was very knowledgeable in oil and gas. All his life was just drilling every day. All right, so since he was a good driller, I guess, well, see what's going on the profits here. Make it bigger. Bigger is better. Ask them. Oil majors posted record profits for 2022, benefiting from the energy market turmoil. What a coincidence. Triggered by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. US President Joe Biden thinks it's outrageous, saying the firms invested too little of such profits to boost output. Well, that's capitalism for you, little communist opportunity, right? ExxonMobil, Shell, and Total Energies ranked in the most profits among Western companies. The biggest oil companies of the West saw their combined profits swell to a whooping Goldberg $221 billion last year. So that was the profit, my friends, not the revenues, which the latest earning reports capturing many firsts in the business's histories. So why would the oil companies, why would they want the war in Ukraine to stop? It's like in a casino and you win and you win and you win. Why would you stop? Or you know what I mean? You see the money coming and say, where's this coming from? What? Oh, it's coincidence. Somehow something happened somewhere. And this is Biden. I don't care what Biden said because he just plays his role. He doesn't really, Now he wants to tax these guys, tax the guys, so he can do something else with the money, which is going to be some programs for some other people that would vote for him. That's the whole racket here. Or threaten these guys with taxes so they can do something legal. It's called campaign financing. How about that? And if he was not given too much, now they have to, because otherwise, now he has the knife and the bread, and he's gonna slice pieces and gonna give you how much he wants. Okay, Exxon. And if you really want, he can take care of you. But I don't think so. I think Exxon can take care of Biden in 1,000 other ways, if you know what I mean. If you don't, I can say it. Anyway, let's hear. Here's a list of the 2022 full year profits of the 7 American and European names among the world's 10 biggest oil companies, along with some analyst comments. Why is not any Russian company listed here? Because they don't have, because these guys cut the chase, cut the whole thing? Yeah. Again, Cui Bono, who benefits? Follow the money. All right, ExxonMobil, and I would like to know how much the Arabs make as well. ExxonMobil led the pack with $55.7 billion in profit. Profit, that's money they stick it in their ass if they want. Casinos and ladies of the night and fine cigars and cognac. In profit for 2022, setting a record for the company and the West petroleum industry as a whole. Let me open the champagne. The oil giant's head financial officer, Catherine Mike, told Reuters that a significant high earnings, now let's see, and I'm quoting, came really from a combination of strong market, strong throughput, strong production, and really good cost control. No, I think you had the opportunity, baby doll, and the opportunity was created by sanctions that were not necessary to be imposed on those guys because ExxonMobil of the United States of America did not have anything to do with Russia, or the United States had anything to do with Russia and Ukraine. They inserted themselves for you. You are welcome. Shell, ranked in racked in $39.9, $40 billion, more than doubling what it booked a year ago and slightly topping analyst expectations. It is the UK's giant biggest annual profit ever, thanks to a strong fourth quarter performance by its natural gas business. Why? You see, America first, Great Britain first. Who are the ones that keep sending money over there, keep the war going, as long as it takes. Remember, as long as it takes. These guys are not going to lose shit. Total Energies, that's probably French, isn't it? Recorded $36.2 billion, a twofold increase from a year before. CEO Patrick Pouyanné said Wednesday that sanctions against Russia are creating a, and I'm quoting, that's the key words here, gray market for oil that is no longer unified. Unlike some of its rivals, the French oil major has maintained some of its investments in Russia. So it got twofold increase. Chevron, again United States, right, posted $35.5 billion, more than doubling the $15.6 billion it made in 2021. British Petroleum again, booked a record of $27.7 billion, more than twice the amount from a year before. BP is shifting away from its renewable goals to capitalize even more on the profitability of its investments in oil and gas. Oh, Marathon Petroleum Corporation, that's American again, recorded 14.5 billion, nearly 5 billion more than the US refiner booked last year. Some analysts say the company's buybacks are creating more value for investors by a wide margin compared to its biggest rivals like Exxon and Chevron, who also have sizable programs. Next one, Valero Energy Corporation posted $11.5 billion. Boo, losers. Beating the $930 million it made a year before. So it jumped from not even 1 billion to 11 billion. Am I reading it right? Right? 930 million and they got 11.5 billion, 10 times, 11 times, more than 11 times, 12 times if you take 70 every time. Oh my God. Made it good, man. What a coincidence. Saudi Aramco, the world's largest oil company by profit, will announce its full year 2022 earnings in March. China Petroleum and Chemical Corporation, known as Sinopec and PetroChina, are also on the top 10 lists. It's a coincidence, my friends. Don't be jealous like Biden and Bernie Sanders and all those millionaires that are jealous. You know how they do it? These guys, if you remember Senator Warren, Elizabeth, Pocahontas, remember? That's how Trump was calling her. Very, very rude. And we have, what's his name? Bernie Sanders, the communist. He had his honeymoon in Soviet Union. Don't believe me? There's also videos on YouTube. And not only, there are articles. Just do click, and you find out. So he's a communist. But he's a millionaire, net worth in million. He's got more than a million, but he wants to tax millionaires that earn or have worth more than 7 million. Why? Because he, I think, and Warren are below 7. So they are, oh no, well, let's tax the billionaires. Let's tax the Why? Because he's a millionaire. No, let's tax anybody that's 1 million, including you. No, I'm not voting. Sitting on my hands like this. I'm not going to vote anything. No. See how it works? When you hear people talk among us, oh, tax the millionaires, tax the billionaires. No, tax you. Why me? Well, you make more money than a Somalian, a guy from Somali, right? From Somalia, or I don't know, from Ukraine. So you're a millionaire compared with them. So how about we tax you triple and send the money over there to help them? That's exactly what we say about those guys. So if you change the perspective, you find out that actually it's not about virtue and values and principles. It's about jealousy and getting someone else's money and someone trickling down to me or someone else, and I'm virtuous. No, send your money to another 6 billion people who are below you if you live in the industrialized world, the free world, because you probably are in the first billion of people on this planet. Send to the rest because you're a billionaire compared with the lowest, 3 billion or 4 billion of this country, of this planet. It's just, a matter of perception. Albert Einstein, the principle of the relativity. Anyway, it's relative to who you compare yourself with. So take your little badge, put it down and zip it. And I'm not saying you should not, but first, lead by example. And when you're going to lead by example, then I believe it. That's why I'm like, is it illegal? No. Well, did they do it illegal? Then yes. But it's not, they took it from us, they exploited us. No, they didn't. They didn't put anything. You signed the contract. Start a business. Nobody said, no, you can't because you're Tom Jones. He's a multimillionaire as well. Anyway, I don't know if he's a billionaire yet, but anyway, good for him. Thank you very much for being with me again today. What a coincidence, my friends. We're all millionaires by chance. We didn't do anything, it just happened. If we think that that's exactly what happened with those companies, then we are ostriches. The problem is we don't have our heads in the sand. We are just, really? I guess, congratulations, like seals, applauding. Thank you very much for being with me again today. That's their expectation. And they know it. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.